Let's talk about how to stay high value when a man stops chasing you.
The number one sign a man is not in his masculine energy is if he asks what you do for work.
If he's not pursuing you, I'm going to share exactly what you can do.
Males talking about they not chasing no woman, they not doing no chase.
You gain nothing by chasing a woman. You're only losing your precious, valuable time.
So I saw this tweet, men aren't obsessed with women anymore, and it's weird.
Okay, my loves, here's how to get any man chasing after you or wanting to take things to the next level with you.
Why men have given up on women. Let's face it, the red pill community was not built overnight.
Men are not obsessed with women.
Seriously though, what is there for a man to obsess with? It's all entitlement out there. Kindly subscribe to the channel as it further supports us in our work. Thank you.
This filter is actually insane. I mean, how do they do this? You want to see a catfish? Here's a catfish. I have never felt uglier.
How the f is it that men can have their wages garnished, lose their license, and even go to jail for not paying child support, and yet there is zero accountability from the women to show proof that that money is actually being spent on the children?
I agree.
Okay, my loves, here's how to get any man chasing after you or wanting to take things to the next level with you. Number one, lean back. They can't chase you if you are chasing them. Number two, activate your feminine energy. This is not about makeup or the clothes that you wear or overly sexualizing yourself. This is about you and your worthiness, your sense of self-esteem, and the value that you hold inherently just for being you, for being the prize that you are as the feminine.
If a woman has to be constantly chased to be kept, she most likely isn't worth it. A relationship shouldn't feel like a never-ending game of tag, where one person is always running while the other is doing all the chasing. Love and commitment should be mutual. If she truly values you, she won't make you prove yourself over and over just to earn basic respect and attention. A woman who genuinely wants to be with you will meet you halfway, instead of treating the relationship like a competition where you have to constantly fight for her validation. And even if these women do eventually lean back, thinking they can sit pretty and let the man do all the work, the truth is, he'll just lose interest. No man wants to feel like he's in a one-sided relationship where he's the only one making an effort. At some point, he'll realize that he deserves someone who reciprocates, values him, and actively contributes to the relationship, instead of just expecting to be chased endlessly.
Okay, do you want to know how to make any man obsessed with you? You need to become obsessed with yourself, okay? This is the only way. Work on yourself. Love yourself. Nobody's gonna love you more than yourself, okay? People are gonna love you if you love yourself. That doesn't work the other way, okay? People are always gonna be a reflection of who you are inside.
I have a serious question. Where are all the single straight men? Like, I genuinely think there's an inventory issue. Because when I tell you guys, I know so many single women that are successful, beautiful, fun, funny, cool, intelligent, like amazing, amazing women that are the full package, but cannot find a guy. And I don't know if it's like big cities or what, but it genuinely seems like for every one guy, there's like 50 amazing women. Whereas all of the single women that I know, between all of us, we don't have a single great guy that we can set the other one up with. Like, I genuinely think there's an inventory issue. And I don't know where all of the single normal men are. Someone help me figure this out.
I don't want to lose everything I've worked for, so I prefer to be alone, and I'm happy. I have friends, great life. I don't need a woman. Staying single. Who the hell is out there looking for a bill? Let me guess. Those beautiful and successful women are overweight, immoral, and treat men like wallets. If women would ever use their instead of their emotions, they would know exactly why men are done with the games and infidelity. A lot of these single men that these women are looking for are recovering from being the good guy. They've learned the hard way that being overly giving, selfless, and always putting the needs of others first doesn't always get the respect or reciprocation they deserve. After investing so much into relationships where they were taken for granted or used, they're now protecting their time, energy, and emotions. This honestly will continue. Many more women will feel the absence of men and keep wondering where they're at, not realizing that the very behaviors they've normalized, expecting men to chase, give without receiving, and constantly prove their worth, have pushed them away. It really didn't have to come to this. Women could have embraced the idea of mutual respect, effort, and equality in relationships, instead of relying on outdated norms where men are expected to do all the work. It's a shift that could have been avoided, but as time goes on, women may have to face the consequences of not valuing the men who truly cared for them.
Men don't approach women anymore, and the real reason why they don't approach women anymore is not because you're successful, it's not because you're beautiful. They don't approach women anymore because these new day women, these modern day women, are highly disrespectful. These women are so confused, right? They're so confused, they swear that nobody hollers at them, nobody approaches them, no one pursues them. But why would a man pursue you when as soon as he even works up the nerve to say something to you, you reject him?
I agree.
The reason men say I do not chase women is so you would pursue him instead. And if he disrespects you, you would get too scared to set in a boundary. So he would not disappear because he said he doesn't pursue you. The truth is, some men will say a lot of things to make a woman jump when he clicks his fingers.
Do you not agree with me? Like, lots of men are more princessy than ever. Like, they expect the girl to do all the stuff and, like, bend over backwards, you know, for them and do all these, like, cute, small, intricate little things. But then they won't do it for, like, Valentine's Day or the birthday, or they might do it for one but not the other.
No!
Well, that's incorrect. Men don't expect women to bend over backwards for them, but they do expect respect and fairness. I don't understand how some women can call men princesses simply because they want to be treated the same way they're treating them. A man wanting reciprocation doesn't make him a princess. It means he values himself. If a man is putting in the effort, showing care, and investing in a relationship, it's only natural to expect the same in return. It's not about being demanding or entitled, it's about equality. When some women use the princess label as an insult, it highlights their own lack of understanding of basic relationship dynamics. Wanting respect, honesty, and mutual effort is fundamental in any healthy relationship. If you're giving your best, it's reasonable to expect that your partner does the same. Men who ask for this aren't being selfish. They're just refusing to be in a one-sided dynamic where they do all the giving and the other person does nothing but take. That's self-respect, not entitlement.
I saw a post today of a lady asking, where are the manly, masculine men? The type that would, even if they didn't know you, help and stop at you change your tire. Well, where are they? Well, it's rather simple, actually. They're hiding. And who can blame them? Because for years, the loudest of another group of women, not the ones that actually appreciate masculinity, but another group entirely, have been saying that they don't need men. No, they can in fact do everything just as well, if not better than men, so they aren't needed. They don't need men to pay their bills because they have their own jobs. They're even, some of them, looking for ways to create life without the actual input of a male.
A huge problem in today's society is how delusional women are. All you hear all day long from women to other women is, oh, raise your standards. You deserve the world. You deserve better. Don't settle for less. Not every single woman should raise their standards, actually. Too many women are delusional. They think that they deserve much more than they do. Let's start being more honest with women and stop telling every single woman to raise their standards. How about tell them to better themselves? How about tell them not to make the mistakes that they do? And you know what's so crazy about all of this is that while women are telling other women to raise their standards, they keep telling men to lower their standards. Apparently, today's society thinks that only women should have standards.
Many modern women believe they're all deserving of the world and the best of the best, because they don't actually live in reality and don't understand the concept of the world. It's a delusion that's poisoned many of their minds, feeding them the idea that they should have everything handed to them simply for existing. This mindset doesn't take into account the importance of hard work, sacrifice, and the reality that life doesn't revolve around their desires alone. This delusion is reinforced by a culture that glamorizes superficial success, telling women they should settle for nothing less than perfection without understanding the complexities that come with building meaningful relationships and achieving long-term fulfillment. These women often overlook the fact that people, including men, don't owe them anything. They believe their looks, status, or the ability to play the game should automatically guarantee them everything they want.
So, if you're tired of dating apps and you want men to approach you offline, let me tell you the huge secret. For men to approach you offline, you should be open to everyone. Meaning you cannot be open only to handsome guys or only to rich guys. That's the energy, it's like the click, it's like on and off. As a woman, you cannot chase a specific guy, you can only attract all kind of guys. And then it's your responsibility to look in a way for a specific type of guys to be like brave enough to approach you. Even though everyone wants to, only the ones who believe they can pull you off actually will. So yeah, girls, it is scary, it is terrifying at first when you don't really know about yourself and haven't really learned yourself. All kind of men will be approaching you and you will not like many of them, most of them. But then at some point, guys kind of like your level and higher will do so. So yeah, be like Marilyn Monroe, turn it on and turn it off. What do you think? Let me know in comments.
Never lower your standards for a man. If you're someone that's looking to get married or in a relationship that's going to lead to marriage, do not lower your standards just to get that ring a little bit faster. Every woman out there knows exactly what she wants and exactly what she'll put up with and exactly what she'll compromise on until a dusty-ass man comes along and tries to convince her that she should settle for less. And you might be thinking to yourself, oh, it's worth it. I love him. Everything's going to work out. It's not. Don't lower your standards. Don't bring yourself down to their level. They need to be leveling up to your level. Once you lower your standards once or compromise on something that you didn't want to compromise on once, it's going to be expected of you every step of the way throughout your entire marriage. And there's going to come a moment where you don't want to sacrifice or you don't want to compromise on a particular thing, and it's going to be held against you because that's what you got them used. And any man that truly loves his wife or girlfriend or potential wife or girlfriend, they would not expect her to lower her standards. They knew what they were signing up for when they got with you. So for them to expect you to lower your standards after the fact is crazy. Because let me tell you something, you lower your standards, it's going to come right back at you. They're going to tell you at some point in time that you didn't have to do that. No one forced you to lower your standards. No one forced you to settle. That was your decision on your own, and they're not wrong. So stay firm in what you believe in and stay firm in what you want, and don't settle for less.
Yeah, but what level are they on? A lot of women claim they're on a high level, better than a man. But what exactly are they talking about? The reality is, many of these women think they're superior to men without fully understanding what true high level actually means. They're often speaking in terms of superficial qualities, looks, status, or societal labels that don't equate to real value or self-worth. The thing is, many of these women see themselves as better than men, yet when you break it down, they're often average or even unremarkable in many aspects of life. They might think they're above average in beauty, intelligence, or personality, but in reality, they're just another person trying to navigate through the world with their own set of struggles and flaws. Somehow, these women have convinced themselves that their value surpasses that of a man simply because they've internalized certain cultural narratives about women being empowered or entitled.
If you're wondering how bad the dating pool in Melbourne is, I can sum it up to you so quick. So this has happened to me twice where I've ended a date and it's been dark outside, or the date's ended, it's been dark outside. And I've had to ask my date to walk me to my car. So twice I've had to ask them to walk me to my car. That's crazy in itself. So me asking, insane. But what is crazier than me asking is both times I had to ask someone to walk me to my car, they both said no. Ouch. They both said no. They're like, no, your car's not that far away. You'll be fine. So if you're scared of the dark, you should just say.
Ladies, the more masculine a man is, the more controlling he's going to be. This does not mean that he's going to be insecure. This means that he's always looking to protect you. That's why he always pays attention to everything that you do, because he's always looking out for your best interest. If you're not used to a man like that and you don't trust him, you're going to see it as controlling. You're going to think he's trying to take over your life. But in reality, he's just a true alpha, and that's just how they are built. So if you trust this man, if you know that this man loves you, if you know that he wants to give you everything, if you know that you can be led by this man, listen to this man and trust this man, because he's only looking to elevate you and position you in a better place. And a great way for you to realize this is to ask yourself, whenever he's trying to redirect you, is this for my benefit and the benefit of this relationship? And if the answer is yes, there you have it.
That is true. But if a man does these things, looks out for his woman, shows care and commitment, it's often labeled as toxic, abusive, or controlling. It's kind of funny because women claim to want these kinds of men. A man who takes control, shows initiative, and takes the lead in a relationship is often described as confident and attractive when that behavior comes from the right person. Yet when a man actually takes the steps to demonstrate his commitment and responsibility, he's suddenly labeled as overbearing or controlling. As a man, you just can't win in any situation. No matter how much effort you put in, you're constantly navigating a minefield of unrealistic expectations, misunderstandings, and contradictions. If you're too passive or don't take initiative, you're labeled as weak or uninterested. But if you step up, take control, and show genuine care and commitment, you're quickly accused of being toxic, controlling, or overbearing.
Why am I seeing men on this app say, I don't chase, I attract? You're a man. That's like your only job.
Don't say it's his only job like it's something so simple, when women can't even pull it off. Do we even know how to ask a man out on a date? No. And chasing takes a lot of work and effort. I don't think us ladies realize that. Texting first, putting yourself out there for rejection, planning a date, paying for the date, knowing what to say, keeping things fun and entertaining, not being boring, communicating intentions without going too fast, buying flowers, buying treats, dressing to impress. There's so many little things that we don't even think about. Not his only job because he has to go to work as well. Have his hobbies, keep his friendships. And a lot of the time, us ladies, we're not even worth it. He does all that work for what? To be ghosted? To be told that we got the ick over something stupid? And even if things do work out, and eventually he marries you, he could lose everything. We gotta stop treating men's sacrifices with dating like they're nothing. At least appreciate it. And don't expect him to chase you. Reciprocate. Chase him back.
If you're a man and you're constantly chasing a woman who doesn't do the same in return, she doesn't like you. It's that simple. Chasing someone who doesn't feel the same way isn't a sign of persistence. It's a sign of not valuing yourself enough to walk away. A woman who is genuinely interested will pursue you just as much as you pursue her, and that dynamic creates a healthy, balanced relationship. Many women today want to be chased, but that chasing costs time, and time is valuable. Time is something you can never get back, and investing it into someone who isn't equally invested is a waste. Women who want to be chased constantly often have deep-rooted issues within themselves. This behavior can stem from insecurities, a lack of self-worth, or unresolved emotional needs that drive them to seek validation through constant attention and pursuit. It's a road you do not want to walk.